Hey, people. It's Beards on the Street. I'm Mr. Parry Dean.
This is Aaron.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Beards. We're happy to be here and chit-chat with you. We got some special guests in the studio today.
We got double guest action today.
Got double. What was the double mint gum deal? The
double your pleasure, double your fun.
Pleasure, double your fun. So
I was like, yeah, what is that?
Like,
I mean,
do you even know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
He's
about.
like, no.
Your pleasure,
Like,
double
no,
the fun.
no,
They
no,
need
no.
to redo that commercial now and see where it goes.
For real? Yeah, no doubt. So we sure appreciate you two cats coming on the show today. Little bit of history and a little bit of background from us. Cortney, I was eating at a really cool restaurant in Marmalade called Marmalade.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's
I was
the
sitting
area.
there. Yeah.
And I dug his beard. I thought, you know what? This guy's a cool
Pretty
looking
incredible beard.
He was sitting there with his wife, and when we got up and walked out, I just went up and tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Bro, nice beard."
Yeah, and then he said, "Hey, check out this podcast that I do," and I listened to a few, and we connected, and so
Yeah,
I'm here.
and here he is. So Cortney's in insurance. He's up in Brigham City and Logan,
Yep.
and he's with American Family Insurance.
You're hired.
Wow.
And we got Adam over here. We've known Adam a long, long time. He's been kind of the
Go-to, yeah.
the go-to dude for photography here at Century 21. And I enjoyed having you there yesterday, dude. I'm glad he showed up at our training and got some footage for us and got to stand up and give a little plug. You did a good job.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Well,
I appreciate the opportunity.
Hey, any way we can help you, man, we're all about that, with the VIP 50.
I actually love what you guys are doing. I was very impressed with the 20 minutes I was there. I was very impressed. So good job.
Awesome.
I'm
Thank you.
excited to continue to come and get
Yeah.
bits and pieces.
No,
of it.
it's dude, and it's gonna. I mean, we help you hopefully get you some deals. I mean, we're putting you in front of a lot of agents. We probably should get a slide done up that's got his information on it with some kind of a QR code that will send them to you.
I can
put something
I'll
together.
get that together.
That would be actually really kind of cool. Same with you.
Yeah.
Get us a QR code or something that we can throw up as we're doing the shows and doing our trainings. Because
It's been fun watching Adam this last year, probably. I mean, you do all the business here. I mean, and have done all of our business for a long time, but
yeah, how'd you work that one out, dude?
So
Is there a story here?
Yeah, there actually is a story. I was contracted through Circle Pix, then VHT. First OBO, Circle Pix, VHT, and
I hated VHT between me and you.
yeah, Circle Pix was okay, but yeah, I hated VHT also. That's why I left, because what was happening is I'm the only photographer that I know of in the nation, not the state, the nation, that doesn't do a picture count. So everyone else picture counts. The reason I don't picture count, it takes me longer to shoot a job if I have to picture count. So yes, I lose a little money.
Because you're working so hard on all the other on that specific set.
Well, and I don't want to have to count. Oh my gosh, these guys only get 20, 25 pictures.
Yeah, what
I've
a
gotta
pain in the ass.
I got to go to. I'm like, no way, because it's just. I don't think it's professional when the homeowner sits and is watching me, and then the homeowner knows I took a certain shot, and then they have to come back to the agent and say, hey, where's that shot?
Right.
And the agent has to say, sorry, I didn't order a big enough package. And so then
What's your
everyone-
average? How many pictures normally?
I would say my average on anywhere from 4,000 under, I'm 30 to 35, depending on how nice the house is and if it's staged. I usually do more. I go into a job acting like I'm the agent and what do I
to
want?
make it look
you're a
good.
marketer,
Yes.
dude. You're like,
Yeah.
this house, I need to see this. I need to show that. That's awesome.
You
Let's
guys
get
should have heard
that.
him when he walked in our studio. He immediately showed us where we need to put our cameras.
Why aren't you doing this? Why?
That's all right. We need help, dude.
So anyway, back to the story is I actually had that happen where a homeowner called me when I was contracted through VHT. And
Where's my picture, dude?
And I had to tell him, I'm like, yeah, I took it, but the agent didn't order enough. And that was the worst thing.
Makes them look so cheap.
And it makes them look bad. And so since then, I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm doing my own thing. So then I started Century 21. they worked with me, and then we just went from there. But
Nice.
when I go in with an agent, I actually, if I'm not a part of their team, then we shouldn't be working together.
Agreed.
Tell you what's been fun to watch though. He's dragging everybody into the new era with social media. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
That is my goal on 2025 is to get those agents on social media, because if they don't, the years and years to come, they're going to be left behind.
Oh, I agree, 100%. Sounds to me like we need to go to the drawing board a little bit on our training and maybe actually have a section, a 20-minute or so section that is all about that.
Yeah, and
Like literally.
I would totally love to come in. And
I mean, it's
help you guys
value.
with that.
It's value.
yeah, for sure.
So, and it would help you because they can hire you to do it for them.
And you know what's really amazing is your guys' social media clips ready to go. I've got it on my phone.
Bam! I wish I had it right here so I could show it.
Well, I can send it to you if you want me to send it.
Send it to me. Text it to me. Would
send it to you
you?
right
We'll
now.
talk. We'll talk to Cortney for a minute while you hang out there and do that.
Good stuff.
So, Court, ran into you in Marmalade. Just thought you were a cool cat.
Hey, that's random as shit too, because he came. You're from Brigham
Brigham
City.
City.
Brigham City. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just came down for real food.
Yeah. We're tired of just the 3 options we have up there. So.
Whatever.
They have a great steakhouse up there.
They got
do.
the what's the famous one?
Maddox.
Maddox.
Yeah.
I met a couple girls at Maddox.
Yeah. That's where I met my wife.
Yeah?
Actually. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you know that Maddox was around back in my day in my dad's day when he was kicking around Brigham City?
Really?
They have a drive-in part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where all the kids hung out.
That's cool.
I worked in the drive-in. Yeah. I was the
Oh.
bun boy. Toasted the buns.
Yeah.
Toasted.
You know, every time I go up there, I try to go eat there because it brings back memories. And their freaking pies are the shit, dude.
Yeah.
They use real ingredients, but real
Yeah,
butter. all that
like
good stuff.
you get a piece of banana cream pie, and it tastes just like your grandma made it.
Dude, that's my mom's thing. Every Christmas we have banana and coconut cream homemade.
Oh yeah. I'm an apple. I love Dutch apple pie, man.
apple
It's
with some
so
ice
good.
cream, hot apple pie with ice
So
cream.
good.
It's making me hungry.
So good. So you live up in Brigham City. You do insurance with American Family Insurance.
Yeah.
I want to sing that every time I hear that. Is that pathetic? Because their
Good jingle.
commercials obviously work.
Yeah. It's a good jingle.
And you just recently said you opened up a new office in Logan.
Yeah.
So any of you people out there that have family or you live up in Logan or Brigham City or even I'd say into Ogden, you probably have a lot of clients in
Yeah.
Ogden.
Yeah. Well, there was an agent that retired up there. And so we were fortunate enough to get his clients. And
Nice.
So we opened up that agency up there.
You got any clients in Malad, Idaho?
We do. Yeah, we do. Yep.
I bet he does. This dude grew up in Preston, right across the freaking
Really?
mountains, like
Yep.
directly.
Preston's in Logan Valley, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Preston's that first little city you come to when you go north of.
That's where
Napoleon
Yeah,
Dynamite.
that's where.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Napoleon Dynamite's
My
from.
son's girlfriend's grandparents live in that home.
Oh,
Really?
crazy.
Literally live in that home.
Wow.
Yeah, in Preston.
It's so funny because a meme popped up yesterday, and it was Napoleon doing that dance up
Yes.
at the school. I sat and watched it, just giggled. And the moon boots were spot on. Just telling you, spot on. I had a pair.
I think we all had a pair for that.
Oh my gosh,
I could
it's
see
so
Dean in a
funny.
pair of those moon
Oh,
boots.
hell yeah,
This
dude.
guy had the moon boots.
Moon boots, moon boots, and a mullet down to my ass.
You would wear those, and they would get the snow was wet. They would just get
Oh, they're the worst.
sopping wet and heavy. They were horrible.
They eventually just fell off her feet.
Correct.
They disintegrated off her feet.
Yes.
So how long is this video that you just sent me?
You know what? I haven't sent it. I airdropped it to me, but I guess I was in a hurry when I left my office
And
it
left
didn't
too
finish.
fast.
But I will have it to you in 2 minutes.
Okay, no worries.
It's being and it's actually it's here.
Oh,
So let
See?
me see now. I'm sending it. I have a good partner.
send it to
Brandon.
Aaron too, because
Yeah,
Aaron,
I'm
you can bring
sending
it up
both
on
of you
here.
guys. It's a Reels, and so right now the Reels it used to be a Reels you would want it to be 10 to 20 seconds. The algorithm switched. The algorithm is always changing in social media, and now they
Which is
wanna-
another thing that if you're not on top of it, you
Correct.
don't ever know that. So
Correct.
keep going. Sorry.
And so now the algorithm for a Reels is 30 to 45 seconds.
Oh, good.
So that's where
Little
you want
longer.
it. Yeah, and so this one is, it looks like 30 seconds.
Okay.
So it's sent.
Perfect. Did you send it to him too? Pull her up, Aaron. Let's take a look at this thing.
Just waiting.
We are waiting. We are waiting.
So there's no words on it because I didn't know what you guys wanted. You can actually add the text, or you can, we can put whatever text you need in there.
Is it good? Okay.
There it
we
is.
go.
Turn it around so they can see it, dude.
So, and this is something that we'll have to collaborate
There he
on.
is.
Good music.
This is something we'll have to collaborate on, and you guys can tell me more of, like, this. You know, I just showed up not really knowing
Yeah.
exactly what you wanted, but
Oh,
you know,
that's
another
perfect.
thing
That
though,
is awesome.
we have horrible lighting back there. Did you guys notice that there's no
Yeah, well, the
lights?
lights are off.
Yeah.
Because so they could see
Yes,
the.
and I knew that, and so at first I was like, gosh, we need to turn those on. I'm like, no, they won't be able to see the slides. So
Right.
I get it.
I even thought, and maybe a little bit of advice from you, but I almost brought these two lights and put them up there.
Yeah, and you know what? I have.
Would you suggest that or not?
You know
Each
what?
room's going to be different.
Yeah, I know.
Each room is going to be different, and I kind of just feel like is what it's going to be for you guys is just consistency,
Right.
Where agents are finally going to be like, what is this? What is this? Is all it is consistency. You guys really don't even need to give much information. You need to give hey, this is a coaching program, but you don't need to give much information because you guys continuously setting up in front of a different brokerage every week. That's going to get the attraction right there. That's where you guys.
We're
that's what
scheduled
you
out
guys-
for the
I
next
agree, though.
6
We
weeks,
need,
by the
we
way.
need to put some text on there
Yes,
with a
we-
message.
Correct,
And we will.
And,
We'll
and
work it out.
I didn't know what you needed.
Yep. Exactly. Perfect. Yeah. So if you need a good freaking photographer or social media dude, you're looking at him right there.
Yeah. Social media is important.
Oh, it's so important.
Critical.
In this day and age, it's like you said, if you're not tapped in, you're being left behind.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about our past week. I had a closing. I've got another one that's coming up. The big one, it got pushed a little bit, but what we got else?
You've had some great success. We also we went out and met with Wes, that big nice property in Harriman.
Yep.
So we have a new listing.
Oh, that's right. We got the new one coming up. Great house. It sits on a
flag lot.
A flag lot. So it has the driveway going back and great. I mean, huge shop, like 4 big bay shop.
It's like a 10-car garage in the back with 4
with
bays.
a lift in it and heat and you name it. I mean, really, really cool property. So.
You know what? I really like flag lots. Some people don't like them, but
Right.
I love them because I feel like you're more
Privacy.
secluded. Yes.
Yep. The only issue.
This one will be
a challenge.
It'll be a challenge because it's a narrow it's a narrow lane.
And it's dirt, which would mean it was mud, straight mud this time of year, and the views, the neighbors that you're going past was not the greatest.
Well, when you
Looked like a wrecking yard.
when you get the right buyer that wants a shop and a lift,
They won't care.
They don't care.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
And the house is a fantastic house. I mean, right at 4,000 square feet.
Yep.
Brand new finished basement. It's gonna be a cool property. So we'll be calling you.
Perfect.
Yeah, you'll be videoing.
I'll be ready.
Yeah. You know what else I need from you?
Tell me.
I need you to teach me a little bit about our drone.
Okay.
We have multiple drones.
Okay.
He has the VR.
Okay. I have the VR too, and
That sumbitch hauls ass.
it does. And
But you don't want for pictures.
It's not for pictures, but man, it's fun as shit to fly.
So we've flown a few houses with it. It just doesn't give it. It doesn't work
Too
that
erratic?
well. Yeah. And unless the house is unless it's huge, but then again, you don't see the VR.
Or a big piece of land.
Yeah, you don't see the VR.
Adam,
as
you need to
much.
get You need to get one of those little ones that flies through the car and up through the banister, up into the
Well,
second loft.
That is the one. It's the VR.
Right.
that
Oh,
does
is it?
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but
Do you
they
want to
look
know
like
my favorite
little.
part of this drone? Sorry.
All right.
Do you want to know what my favorite part of this drone is? is you can be hauling. I mean, this thing is like it's going so freaking fast, and it has a button. It can be coming straight at you, and you push this one button, and it just skids in the air, goes. Whoop.
Yeah, they're crazy.
It's pretty cool.
They're fun.
They are difficult to fly. I actually don't fly it. Branton flies it. I won't even attempt.
Right.
So we do all the media for the boat show and the RV show.
Oh, okay.
And you know, when everyone
what is it?
The green bands.
Green bands.
Yeah. So when everyone clears out, we're in there in the middle of the night, and I'm watching on the screen on what he's doing, and I'm just like, what? I mean, the way that he
depth
flies.
perception is
Correct.
the problem.
And the way that he flies through these boats and through these RVs and up and down, I'm just like, there's no way.
Do you think
in
it's
hell
his age? He's younger, right?
Yeah,
Like,
well, and-
he's been playing video games first
You know what?
person.
He was actually a professional gamer.
Oh, wow.
He was on a professional team, and that was his deal. Is he was like,
My son would love to meet him.
I don't want to go to college. I can do this. So he made it, and then I'm like, bud, you're not making any money. You need to get your butt to school, or you need to work for me.
Right.
So kicking and screaming, he started working for me. And to be completely honest, once he came on board and once he committed, my business has changed so much.
Good.
So much. And he has done
Good input.
he's done a crazy job with making me better.
Wow.
And he's mean too. He's like, usually the dad is the one that's on your
This your
ass.
boy?
Yeah.
Oh, I
and
didn't realize.
he's on me. He's like,
Doesn't
are
take
you
much
serious? This is the video clip you're giving me? And I'm like, sorry, I'll do better next time.
Yeah, have you ever seen on TV when they're racing those race ones?
Oh,
with the
yeah.
goggles?
Yeah, it's on ESPN
They're going
sometimes.
so freaking fast. I don't even know how they see.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. I don't know. It's the depth. I can't figure it out.
It's
the
that
reaction time,
generation
too.
that
Oh.
is with their hands.
What I saw when I first enjoyed it was the Mercedes over where in Germany for the Mercedes.
Yeah.
Oh, where it flies through the car?
Yeah, they fly through the cars and they fly. I mean, I just think it'd be cool. You're up in the sky, have it come down and come into the home. Then you could shift to a gimbal.
Yeah, and we've done that actually.
Yeah.
And I can actually do that with my drone that I shoot for. So I shoot 3 drones. So on some projects, I'll shoot 2 or 3 different drones, just depending on what I'm shooting.
Right.
And so, but I like that. If that's what you want, then we can definitely.
I just think it's
It does give it a different. unique.
it's a touch, it's a feel. It's like it gives you that feel of
Just more-
you come home.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's more of you being the expert.
Yeah. So, and then if we go back to the expert, then here's my opinion on it. And again, this is just one person's opinion, is that when we do that, when we come out and then we fly in, is what we're doing is I call it, that's just garbage time where
It is wasted out of your algorithm, huh?
Yes, and
It really is.
And so
So true.
with the algorithm, people are just like, nope, this is boring. I'm flipping. We have 3 seconds. We have 3 seconds
To catch
between
'em.
every clip. We have. It's actually like 2.2 seconds at the very beginning, or they're flipping, and then we have 3 to 5 seconds every clip to keep them engaged.
So it better be good shit.
So yeah, and
Is that why that blonde out of Utah County? She's got that little strut down the walkway.
Yeah, so is what Paige. Yeah.
You know what I was talking about.
And so
That's her. It's like,
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
like,
what-
wow, that sells a house, huh?
So Paige was one of the #1 social real estate
Oh, yeah.
social media. I don't think she's there anymore. That Caitlin girl or whatever that holds the
Whispers
microphone.
and plots,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
you know
Yeah.
who I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's actually killing it. This is what's interesting is, gosh,
Is it-
I would love to.
Is it the one that
collaborate
does?
with her.
I'm
Yes.
Where am I at? I'm in,
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah.
behind the blinds. That lady?
No.
Oh.
This girl actually, I need to send her. She is hilarious. She will be like, and this is where the house is. This master bedroom is so far off this house, you can die and they'll never even know you're dead. I mean, she is very, very blunt and very, very like she has a lot of.
That's
views.
interesting, though.
She has a lot of views, and I do feel like that. You know what? She's a social media person, and
She's got the personality.
she's got her raw personality that fits me amazing. But I don't know. Someone looked up. Gosh, I hate being on a podcast and saying negative, but someone looked her up and said she didn't have one listing. And her views are bigger than anyone. So either she sold all her listings or she's not asking for listings.
Well, that's also, I mean, that's part of the job is you sell your shit and move on.
Correct.
But
Well, and let's talk about that. You just nailed it. If you don't have a call to action on any social media post that you do, you're missing the boat.
You are.
You can have all the clicks in the world. You can have all the people following you in the world. But if you don't have a call to action, if you don't direct them somewhere,
Yeah.
You can't deposit likes and shares.
yeah, exactly.
You can't.
Exactly.
You can't put those in the bank.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that I see it all the time, and it's all the same shit over and over and over again, and there's no call to action, and it's like, I don't know. They need to hire you.
Well, and I look at what you said is that's how I've been up until 2025. I made a post that said, hey, if you're not getting yourself on camera to market yourself, you're going to be left behind. Well, I wasn't doing it. So how in the hell am I supposed to teach this
Right.
if I'm not willing to do it?
Right.
And it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable.
Right.
And I'm just like, shit, is this really like...
how does an insurance agent crack in?
So this is what I was just going to tell him is the cool thing about him is actually views and likes actually are a huge benefit to you. Views and likes aren't so much to me because I have such a niche and I'm only going after real estate agents. Everyone needs insurance.
Absolutely.
And so you have such a broader band. You can go after anyone because you have all that stuff that be like, hey, I do need insurance. I do need insurance on everything. And so I actually think that gosh, I wish that I had the expansion of clients that you
The
have.
bandwidth?
Yes.
Yeah. So talk to us about that. What's your specialty, if you have one? Or is it pretty much everything? Auto, home, health?
We don't do health. We do everything but health.
Okay.
We leave that up to the experts. I'm licensed in health, but it just changes so much.
Yeah.
But home, auto, small business, life, we're really good at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays with all the toys that people have,
Absolutely.
side-by-sides and four-wheelers and you name it.
Yeah, and it's been a crazy year and a half. You guys have probably felt it too with insurance. Your rates going up, and I mean, there's just so much going on right now. It's
A lot of dropping of. I had an old guy across the street from the house I was selling. He walked over and he just was asking for my help, and he's like, I've been a client of this insurance company for 19 years, I think, and he's like, I haven't had a claim and I got dropped.
Yeah, probably
What
American
the
National.
hell?
American National just dropped out of home insurance altogether, so they're non-renewing every home insurance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
What a smack in the
couldn't
face
they
to
have like
those clients.
affiliated or sold that?
No shit.
Like service somehow off that service somehow just to take care of the consumer.
Where they don't leave their clients feeling like
like
they
a
just
referral
got
to an
that
insurance.
hold in the
Like
bag.
honestly,
I mean, a big outfit bought American National, and they decided we're not making money in that product. So
Screw
we're
our
just going to
clients.
discontinue it. Yeah, they didn't think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, don't
Can
even
you
get
buy
me
that
started
list?
on all that. 'Cause
Can you
We're getting a lot
Can you
of
buy that list?
referrals. We've networked with a lot of those American National agents, so yeah,
okay,
we're helping
all right,
them out.
all right.
no, that's good. On a local level.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I would think for a video for you, go be on your side by side, like roll it, like tip it over or something, roll out of it, and be like, yeah, if you needed insurance,
That would be amazing.
Have an arm up behind you.
We have been having fun. We actually, I work with this guy, Nick Saka. He's out of Vegas. He's an Allstate agent that does really good social media for insurance. And so I'm joined his mastermind. And
Nice.
we're having fun with it.
Yeah.
What does he charge? I'm curious.
It's like $90 a month.
Okay.
So yeah.
Just to be in
Good
this
stuff.
mastermind group?
Yeah. Yeah. And he does a call every other week.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring up, I've got on the screen right now the Peach Days beard competition.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to host a beard contest. I'm known as the bearded agent, so it makes sense. And we have a Harley show that happens during Peach Days. If you guys have been up there, I mean, Peach Days is a pretty neat event. And so I met
I'll
with
borrow Brandon's bike. We'll go up.
yeah, it's an awesome event. The Harley show benefits a nonprofit in our area, so everybody that comes, it's just raising money, and so you get to see a lot of cool bikes. And I thought, well, that makes sense to combine that. So I talked with Kelly Driscoll, who's over that, And this is our
Fun, man.
How many participants did you have last year? By the way, this is last year's eye candy, so we'll post up when you get a new one. Get it to us, and we'll throw it out there.
Yeah, I think we had 70 or so that
Holy
showed
cow.
up. Yeah, it was a good time. And you'll notice we took a spin. It's called the Brigham's Beard Contest. We took a little graphic of Brigham Young.
Oh, I see.
Added some
With no
sunglasses.
mustache.
So, being Brigham City, so we took a little fun spin on that.
And what are it says awards? What like, is it money? Is it, what are you giving away for the best beard?
Bushel of peaches.
To enter, it's $10 to enter. You can enter all the categories if you want. It's $10. Show up. It's
How many categories are there?
We've got 6, I believe. So longest, best groomed, mustache. We even have a peach fuzz. So really, anybody.
That's awesome.
Anybody
I should probably join
you've got it. Yeah.
I cannot grow a beard.
Spottiest beard.
That would be me. Here.
Yeah, you're welcome to come. But we raised the last couple of years almost $30,000 for nonprofit.
Wow.
So
Dang.
Dude,
really cool.
that's awesome.
yeah,
What a fun time, too.
it's a good time.
Well, and I'm just going to throw your mug up there with your card just so everybody can see that. It's kind of funny, dude, because my sister is married to a cat named Rod Huffstutler, and you remind me of him like big time. And his kids, they all look the same.
Yeah.
They're all Southern boys. So I'll have to show you. Remind me, I'll show you a picture, and you'll go, that's your doppelganger.
All right.
Yeah. So what else you got for me?
I have something.
Let's hear it.
Cool. This isn't my podcast, but
I don't care. No.
I want to tell you guys yesterday what stuck out to me the most in your guys' thing. At the end, when you were talking about the pricing and coaching, one, your guys' value is ridiculous right now.
Oh, no shit.
We know that.
We know.
I agree with you. Hey, once we get the history, once we get the stats, this isn't going to be anything close. Recently, I jumped in some business coaching, and it's national. It's just for real estate photographers.
Oh, okay.
It's ridiculous. You're 18 grand, and
but worth it because it's.
Correct.
You're
finding the value
you're taking
in it?
off even to a new level, I think.
So
dude.
so I'm a little different, unique. A lot of the people that they bring in are brand new, and they take them from zero to a couple $100,000 in a year.
Wow.
Now I've been doing this for 14 years, and so it's kind of I push back on some stuff like, no, I can't change this. The first thing they told me to change, you can't pitch or count. Or you have to pitch your count.
You're like,
and I'm like, no way in hell. I'm like, this is what I've done. I'm not going to go to my clients and say, hey, I haven't done this in 14 years. And
right.
And now, so there's some different things, but it's brilliant and it's very, very good coaching. And so,
how long is it?
So it's a 6-month program, and it goes from, it starts, which I don't use this from anywhere, to how to shoot, how to hold your camera, and then it goes from there. I'm on there. I don't know what they call their program, the high that I've been there, that I been
all online, like Zoom.
Yeah, it's Zoom. It's so I just, you know, and they have calls throughout the day with big group with different coaching. It's an awesome program, but everyone needs coaching.
Everybody,
from personal to business to everything, everyone needs coaching. And when you guys dropped your price, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, and I hope I made it crystal clear that I was just trying to portray to these guys that listen, there is massive value here, and the only reason we're doing it this way, not because we don't feel like it's worth it, but we need our case studies, and so we're making it so you can't say no.
They have nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose. We're charging $2,000 for 12 weeks of coaching, and our coaching includes 2 full sessions every week, and we give them access to us through texting anytime they want. Like, the only reason we're doing this is because we need to go out, we need to get our case studies, we need to have our data, we need to show
be able to point
the
to some
numbers, we
successes.
need to be able to go out and say, hey, we took this many people through our program, this many people did this many people did that, the whole bit. Or, you know, I mean, I've got plenty of statistics that I did, but that just doesn't cut it.
Let's just say that someone does your program and they don't get one ounce of business from it. But what you guys are doing, from what I heard, you will change their life from affirmations, from like, who's not, if I could write $2,000 check right now, or you run my card and I could change my life if you needed that, that's worth $2,000 alone. Wow. Now you're getting a huge benefit on, and I'm going to grow my business.
Well, and on top of that, I mean, we've got 12 weeks, and what our coaching schedule is, every single week it's a new topic that's coinciding with the week before it. So we have a step-by-step process. So literally, I mean, think about this. As a real estate agent, and most real estate agents have no clue where their next deal is going to come from. They are constantly chasing their next deal. Constantly. In 12 weeks, we take them step by step through the entire system, holding their hand, working with them, making sure, and at the end of 12 weeks, they've got their VIP 50 built. They've got it scheduled into their schedule. They've got every single piece of the puzzle they need to do. They just have to continue. And that's it.
And the longer they continue, the more robust and the more flow that happens. The more and more opportunity. It's amazing.
I'm excited. I was really impressed with
Thank you.
being in there, and I'm excited to watch you guys.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because it's a 2-day training. You missed the first day, and what we did is we created the VIP 50, and then we started teaching it to our agents out here, and to put it frankly with you, a lot of them didn't take it on. It was too much for them. They couldn't do it. And so we realized we were missing a huge part of the message, and that's prepping them to be the right person.
Referable.
To be referable. And so we sat back down at the drawing table, and we came up, and so our whole first day of training is talking about the power of 50 people, because we're not going after 50 people to get their personal business. That's not what our program is. The average adult knows 200 to 300 people in their sphere. So take 50 people and times it by 200. Now you've got 10,000 people that you're tapping into. You can't tell me there's not a shit ton of business if you can tap into 10,000 people.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Your 50 advocates is what you're creating.
Your 50, we call them super fans.
Yeah.
A super fan is somebody like what I did with you. They're in a restaurant, they're there with their wives, and they hear somebody that they don't even know talking about buying or selling real estate, and on their way out of the restaurant, they walk up to them and hand them your name and say, I couldn't help but overhear, you need to call this dude. That's a super fan. And the only way you can turn your people into a super fan is by serving them. Serving them over and over and over and over and making them feel important. So our whole first day of our training is talking about the power of 50. We talk about knowing what your why is. It's crazy. Every training group, I stand up and I say, what's your why? Why are you an agent? Why are you a photographer? And people just look at me and they're like, they have no clue what their why is. It's insane to me.
I heard the new mission is you're going to drag everybody. You're dragging everybody into 25 and making sure they're moving with where the market's going.
That is my goal. I don't feel like I did for the first 14 years. I've never marketed myself. Mm-hmm. Never. And another thing that I've done that I am changing is I've never taken a job. How many times have I ever called you? Maybe once on one of your jobs, but how many times have I ever said, hey, maybe let's look at this package or this package because of the marketing, or have done this or this. I really didn't do that because I always wanted to be like, I don't ever want an agent to think that I'm nickel and diming them. Mm-hmm. But now I'm actually not doing my agent. I wasn't doing my agents a service to say, hey, I'm on your team. I'm on your team, and this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
Yep. I love that. Some of our other topics on our training is your values. Huge thing, because we're firm believers of whatever you put out into the universe, whatever you're putting out there is exactly what you're going to draw towards you. And I believe it. And there's scientific evidence that happens. And so if you're not in a position to where you're referable, how can you expect anybody to ever refer you? If you don't know what your why is, you don't know what your values are, if you don't have goals set, if you don't have the proper mindset, if you don't have the proper habits, how can you go out and expect other people to put their trust and faith in you to give you to their people? Does that make sense?
It makes complete sense.
And
One thing that you did say is 25, not affirmations, 25.
We do gratitudes and
25
affirmations.
I'm just curious, that's a lot of gratitudes in one day.
Sure is.
Like, that's going to kick some people's ass.
Watch this. I'm gonna show you how cool this is. Okay, both of you. I just want you both to start spatting off and just start naming off things that you're actually grateful for in your life right now. Doesn't matter what it is.
My wife.
That's my number one. Every day, every single day, it's my wife. What else? Yeah, do it.
My family.
Keep going.
My religion, my job, my team, my home, my friends, being here, being invited to this, the sun, the sky, Utah, being in this beautiful, beautiful place where we live. Food. I love food.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, I can feel it.
You're going in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
You just rattled off 14 different things and I promise you could keep going. Your health, your this, that, the others, my dog, a lot of mine are the same every day because I'm absolutely grateful for a lot of the same things. But then there's also, as you're going through life, there's things that happen that make me grateful. I'm grateful that you guys are on our show. This is a great show and cool cats on the show, and I think that we can go out and we can really make a difference in people's lives. The trainings, man, I'm so freaking grateful for these trainings, and I can be kind of an abrasive person because I'm so in your face and very motivated and I don't let grass grow under my feet, but
it's energy.
It's energy, and I do everything in my life with purpose. Everything. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm on a time schedule, man. I've got only so much time on this planet Earth to leave my mark and do what it is that I'm going to do. And so very, very self-driven. But I think sometimes it comes across a little bit arrogant, but I'm not arrogant. I'm so motivated to help these other agents and to like you said, change their lives. Something in that, man, I'm telling you. I ran a business for 30 years where I manufactured and marketed an anti-fog lens cleaner that I sold all over the world. And I had a number of people that worked for me that actually knocked off my product and went out and started their own business. And of course, back in the day, it used to really piss me off. And I even sued some of them and yada, yada. But I'll be honest with you, the older I get and the more I look back, do you know how many fucking people's lives I affected with my business back in the day?
Interesting perspective there.
Yeah. Do you know how many families I fed back in the day? Do you know how much money do you know how proud that makes me now that I had that big of effect on all those people? Because it's a lot. Isn't that cool?
Part of what we do with our team, though, is that's not how our society, that's not how all the news is
everybody's
negative.
Out for everybody.
All of it's negative. Most of it's victim. It's popular to be a victim. That's kind of the media's go-to anymore. And so we're trying to correct that in our space. So when people come into our space, I'll get the door. He's outside.
Oh, is that why I can hear my dog whining?
But part of what we're doing is consciously trying to help infuse positivity, help infuse the right kind of energy and presence, how they're going to go approach their crowds. We also infuse the affirmations that we do. There's a study. We have over 60 or 70,000 thoughts a day, habitual thoughts. 2/3 of them are negative, and then they're also recurring. They're not even it's habitual thinking. So every morning we do 25. We embed an affirmation that we choose, an empowering affirmation, because we can program our brains.
100%.
So through gratitude and through programming, through the affirmations.
So let's
that we
go
do.
a little deeper on the affirmation. Tell them how we teach them to write their affirmation.
First person, I am, and then it's an affirmation that they repeat for 30 days. I am. I enjoy. So it's their.
I love how this makes me feel.
They're
because I got it.
They're installing something they like and want about themselves, and after the 30 days, they get to pick a new thing. But it affects their
They do
thinking.
the same thing 30 days every day to
Write
keep
the
that
same
fresh.
affirmation every 25 times every single day. Now, guys, here's the whole magic behind it. What do they say? How long does it take to create a habit? Like 2 weeks to 21 days?
21 days supposedly, but it's actually longer. But
Yeah.
It is longer than that. But here's the thing: if you're doing an affirmation, for example, tell me something that you don't have right now that you really, really want. Don't care what it is. Anything. It could be a worldly thing. It can be a business thing. It can be a spiritual thing. It can be anything.
A cabin.
Okay, cabin.
Yeah.
So the affirmation would look like this: I enjoy my new cabin up at XX place, wherever that cabin is that you want it. I enjoy being able to come to the cabin on the weekends to just decompress and spend quality time with my family. So it's all first person. You've already obtained that goal, and what you're doing is
Visualizing.
You're visualizing and you're programming your brain to figure out what you have to do to go get that cabin. That's what it does. Do you know when you're most powerful, your brain?
in the morning. Is that what you're asking?
When you're sleeping. That is when your brain is most powerful.
It's your subconscious in action, you know.
So we have an exercise we do, and basically what it is you pick one thing. So in this instance, it would be the cabin, and you do the same thing. You write it in first person, like you've already got it, and you say it out loud, and then go to sleep. And guess what your brain does while you're sleeping? Like, this is
how you're
fact.
going to do it.
It figures out how you're going to do it. Like, how many times
Ask
have
it
you
a question. Ask it a question. Let it go to work at night.
Yeah. I promise you, try
that's some
this.
cool
It'll
stuff.
blow you away.
I'm doing this for sure.
Yeah, it'll blow you away.
Conor McGregor did this when he
Yeah.
was at his prime. He would tell exactly what was going to happen during the fights. He would visualize it in his mind and
Yeah.
say exactly what happened, and it happened.
Yep.
I
So-
don't think we saw that same guy after he won. I don't think he came to the plate ever again with that guy.
Yeah.
Because when he came out initially, I mean, he was
Animal.
unbendable. I mean, he was a force, dude. His brain was so clear.
Like, he was even calling his strikes that he'd knock him out with, and it happened.
Wow.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, our brains, I'm just telling you guys, especially, let me ask you this. Have you ever in your life, I guarantee you, just think about this. Something's going on in your life, whether you're expanding your business, something that was really important to you that's on your mind constantly on your mind, right? To the point that you go to bed and in the morning or in the middle of the night, you wake up and you go, aha, I got it.
All the time.
All the time. That is your subconscious brain freaking cranking. And it's amazing, because the reason it's the most powerful is because that's when your brain's basically resetting. That's when you're obviously filling your body back up for the next day. And man, I'm just telling you guys,
There's another level actually. So it's divine inspiration. So they call it the witching hour, the 3 o'clock hour.
he's going woo woo on us.
I know, but it's true.
I'm married to one of those. So.
The 3 o'clock hour. I was just actually listening. I sent you this audio.
Yeah.
I did, but it just talks about the 3. If you get yourself up at 3, and then you sit quiet and you just allow yourself to be inspired.
3 in the a.m.
Yes. That is the. I know. But that's the time
The
when
only
you are
thing I'm gonna be
closest
at
in
3
alignment
a.m.
with
is tired.
divinity, with inspiration, with alignment, with
My parents always told me the devil came out after midnight. So.
Right. No doubt. So it's stuff like that we're teaching on that first day to prep these agents to actually have the belief that they can go out and do it. To actually, in their brain, in their mind, they go, yes, I can do this. Or, I can't believe I haven't done this. What am I waiting for? Do you know what I mean?
You know what's crazy about all of the, I figured this out while we were doing this yesterday. All of those lessons, so we're teaching them to be the mayor of this little community, this tribe. Because they're the energy, they're the glue, they're the people that are bringing it all together. We have our mixers, we have our communications. We're the one in the middle, and friendships and communities being made.
Built.
Okay, so what we're actually teaching, all of what we teach, these are all conversations and opportunities because people go through things. We're all going through the same stuff. We're all having the same struggles in life. Mm-hmm. So it's the stuff we're actually teaching, we're teaching. That's who they get to be. Those are the conversations they get to have to help lead their friends, their crowd, through the stuff they're dealing with.
And be the mayor.
We're teaching them to be, it's so much bigger than...
We're going to get shirts printed up to say the mayor.
I love it.
You like that?
That's why I think your guys' benefit is so amazing, is because, all right, you're getting this with your coaching, and it changes lives. I'm gonna just say I didn't know what we were talking about on this podcast, and this morning I'm like, oh Tiff, I'm going on Aaron's podcast. It's like, oh, that's awesome. What are you talking
bastards
about?
didn't give me nothing.
She's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like,
Tiff's next, by the way. We're doing this. We talked about this.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if they're talking about work. I don't know if they're talking about personal stuff. I'm like, I don't know what shit we're talking about. And she's like, oh shit, huh? She's like, our personal work has saved your life, so I don't know what you're talking about shit for. Because my wife is, you know what, she's amazing. She's
what comes out of your mouth matters.
Correct. You're right. And so, my wife's been a facilitator for years and years, and is in this training, and it's
spiritual coach.
And it's nonstop. And you know what? So a lot of the stuff that you're doing, like, I know it, I live it,
right.
Because we all, when the head of the household runs that's just how your life goes. And
of course.
And so I just think it's such a huge benefit. That's what awed me when I'm like, holy shit, you guys are offering something that every single person needs. Every single person needs. And for the price,
ridiculous.
Guys, all these agents that are listening, you guys are nuts if you're not signing up.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it could benefit more than just agents from
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's everybody.
It's such awesome. The first day, anybody could use that training. The second day, anybody that has a service-related business should be taking our training, period. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a quick story, and I've actually talked about this before, but I was getting my hair cut at the same place he does. And, when you get your hair cut, they ask you, what's this, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, wild boar barbers. Anyways, the guy was asking me what I did, and I was kind of giving him just the 30,000-foot overview of what we did and everything. And he just paused, and he's like, man, I could use that for haircutting.
For sure.
Because think about it. If you're in the service industry, where are most of your clients going to come from? They're going to come from your sphere of influence. They're going to come from people that you know
relationships.
And relationships that you take care of. And so, yeah, you're right. It's a ridiculous price that we're charging. We're doing that with purpose to get these case studies, and then once those case studies are done, I can promise you we'll be charging what our system is actually worth, which is $20,000.
Yeah. No, that's why I told you that thing hit me the most, and I'm like, wow.
What's hard is sometimes when you undervalue things, it's not there's less perceived.
It has the opposite effect.
So I'm dealing with my coach right now on my pricing, and I'm one of the lowest in the state in pricing, and my value is a lot higher. And you know what? They're telling me, hey, you've got to raise up to here, and I told them I would meet him halfway, and then what I'm doing is, I'm actually...
You're like, do you know Utahns?
Correct. That's exactly it.
Right.
I 100% told them
these agents are going to try to pull their own damn phones out and take pictures.
Correct. I 100% told him that, and he's just like, no, you will lose clients, but you will make... It will work out.
It'll work out.
And just like you said, like, I've learned something
You
from
may
this
have
podcast.
less clients, make more money, and have a better opportunity to better serve, right?
Correct. And so I was, during this podcast, I'm like, when you're saying to do some of this stuff, I'm like, that is, I from what you have said in this podcast, it's going to benefit me and my business.
Very cool. I love
So,
that. See,
yeah.
I made a difference.
100% you made a
And
difference.
that's my reward.
Yeah. You know, we're all in a business or a personal relationship business.
Yeah.
It's all about the personal relationships we build. And I just think that with what you're teaching, that is going to go so much further in the personal relationship, because until you can have a good personal relationship with yourself, you can't actually have that personal relationship and show up for others.
So true.
You have to be able to show up for yourself first.
Do you guys know with our system, do you know who the biggest winner is out of all of it?
The
The
individual.
two of you.
You.
Yeah.
The person that's actually participating and doing our VIP 50 system, they're the biggest winners.
It's put me back in business because I hated this business.
You know,
as of a year and a half ago.
Speaking of that, I've known Aaron for a long time, and I mean, you guys both for a long time, and I've watched Aaron go here and then go through some stuff and then come through here, and I've actually been really impressed with the glow that you have now from like I've just watched, and the growth, the personal growth that you've had. I
appreciate it, man.
Oh, it's amazing.
I've enjoyed a personal relationship with you to be able to see that.
Yeah,
and I'm
thank
proud
you.
of you.
Thank you,
Good
man.
job.
Thank you.
I'm
Appreciate
proud of
it.
you too, buddy.
Thank you.
Because he was a walking zombie, and I was like kicking his ass every single day and dragging his freaking heavy ass body through the muck.
Well, it's not that light. He's a big fella.
Right.
And I don't mean that in a negative. I mean that in a
He's
positive.
a big fella, but so you know what, guys? I'm so happy we had the chance to all sit down and chit chat about this, and you know, on your end, if you and any other agents up there think that you want to participate in our training and get some good ideas, come down and participate.
Absolutely.
We do the training for free, and then we charge for the coaching. I mean, we give away all the keys to the kingdom in our training.
We give the whole system away.
Wow.
But not crazy.
But we are
Yeah,
going
it's
up to the beard contest, bro. We're gonna go do that.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
borrow Brandon's bike.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
When is that?
It's the first weekend in September.
nice.
During Peach Days, so
Have you
bring
ever
your
been to
family
Peach
up.
Days?
I haven't.
Oh, it's a big deal.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah. It's one of the
Isn't
largest
that-
car shows.
Isn't
in
that
the,
Labor Day weekend?
I'm not sure. But yeah, it's usually the first weekend of
He's
September.
he's reminding me there might be some other thing I might be good.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, hey, I'll come, and then I'm like, that.
It's
might
Thursday,
be
Friday, Saturday. So the beer
Right.
contest
Is there
is
a
Saturday,
PAL
but yeah.
trip around that time?
Yeah, so I have PAL. My PAL trip is just a few weeks after, but Burning Man is over that time.
Oh,
I want to go to that so bad.
I'm going next year.
Man, I don't know.
I'm going next year. That's my goal.
Started
That
planning
would be-
outfits yet?
all I can say is going to Burning Man would hurt.
You know what? That's the only
Dusty.
That's the only thing that we haven't done. We've done almost everything else. We're going to Electric Forest this year, and there's just a few that we haven't done. And the reason I haven't gone is because we have our family Lake Powell trip 2 weeks after, and as
hard.
as agents, you're like, oh, you're going to be gone
Oh,
2
you're
weeks in a
right.
month. Yeah, that's not going to work.
That's it. I'm taking you out of my phone.
We are fickle idiots, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For
You know
real.
what? It's you can't get us on the phone at any other time when we owe you money, but when we need our freaking pictures, dude, we're all over your ass. All right, guys. Well, any agents you're out there talking to, man, promote us, help
will,
us,
for
help us
sure.
get some butts in the seats. We're actually doing the training right here next week
Okay,
on Wednesday and Thursday.
And guys, if you're an agent and you need a good photographer,
Yeah.
he's doing some cool
He's the
stuff.
guy.
Yep.
Get a hold of us and get him on it.
You know,
All right.
I appreciate you guys, and
Yeah.
thank you so much for having us on. This has been an awesome. I don't know how long we've been chatting, but this has been amazing.
It's almost an hour.
This has definitely made my day.
Nice.
Worth the drive,
Over
for sure.
because I told you a half hour.
Yeah, but hey, I've enjoyed it. You know what? When you don't know where time is,
Yeah.
you know you're.
That's good.
You know you're in the place where you're supposed to be.
When you're engaged? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching our show. We sure appreciate it and love you. And if you haven't subscribed, jump on Beards on the Street and subscribe on YouTube. Other than that,
Who, real quick, who does this? Who's doing the beard better?
I don't know. Do you guys think this guy looks a little bit like his dad?
Maybe a little.
A little bit.